Happy Thursday evening, YouTube, and YTPC. Uncle Butter, UB Piper coming back at you here live and direct from beautiful Adams County, Pennsylvania. And been a couple days since I put a video up. I thought trying to get back up on the old horse here and make a VR for WharfeValleyBoy, who's asked us to tell a couple jokes. Silly one maybe, and maybe one that's kind of a little more definitely a gut buster, funny. So I got two jokes here for you, Tim. The first one is kind of a silly joke, and it is the first joke that I ever remember committing to memory. And it's kind of like at the end, you can't believe you listened to the whole thing. But so here it goes. Long ago in a faraway land, no, it was three explorers down in the Amazon, and they're on a mission to search out and find civilizations, native civilizations. Well, they're going down this river. The three main European explorers, and then all their crew are with them, guides and whatnot. And all of a sudden, the whole party's attacked from both sides of the river, and it's this angry native tribe, and they basically kill all the guides, and the three European explorers are still left alive, and they are captured and taken to the camp of the tribe, and they are tied to posts, like three posts. And out of this, wigwam comes the big chief, big, tall, feathers, the whole thing. Very stereotypical, this joke. So the chief comes up. Amazingly, he can talk English, or speak English, I should say. And he says, "Well, boys, you done did it now, didn't you? You have disgraced our sacred river by floating on it, and the only way that we can cleanse the river and get the juju correct is to actually burn you at the stake, and then peel your skin off and wrap that skin on canoes and ride or paddle them up and down the river and do our sacred ritual." He says, "But I'm not like my father. I'm one of the, I'm a lenient man, so I'm going to give you all one last request. But, of course, you can't request to be left go." So he walks up to the first guy and he says, "Well, there you go, old boy. What's your last request?" And he says, "Well, back in my country, I've been known to be able to drink anyone at the table. I can really hold my liquor really well. Do you guys have any kind of drink that you use for ceremonies, or maybe gives you a little lightheadedness or something?" He's like, "I got just a thing for you. We got into the jungle. We picked these berries. We put them in a cauldron, and we let it sit, and we do ceremonies over them. And then after a certain while, when we drink it, we can commune with the spirits." "That sounds wonderful," the guy says. "Give me some of that." So he unties the guy's hand, and he gives him a big dram of it, and he drinks it. Next thing you know, he's out of his mind drunk. Just about the time he's blacking out, this big Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson type comes up behind him, bops him on the head. He passes out. They burn him at the stake, peel his skin off, and stretch his skin on the canoe. A brand new canoe. So chief goes, the second guy says, "See, I told you, we're not messing around." He says, so what's your last request?" And the guy says, "Well, back in my country, I've been known to enjoy a fine pipe. And we have this plant called tobacco, and we like to smoke it for relaxation and communal purposes. And, we have these little institutions called tobacco shops that we go to, and we sit around and we talk with our friends and whatever. So, do you have anything like that here?" Because we just so happen to have a plant that we use specifically for ceremonial purposes, and it helps us also, along with a drink, commune with the spirits. So chief motions to one of his assistants, and they bring him this big peace pipe over, and he starts that chooching away, and before you know it, he's communing with the spirits. And just about that time, The Rock Johnson comes up again, pops him right on the head, and they burn him at the stake, and they peel his skin off, and they stretch his skin over the canoe. So he goes up to the third guy, and the third guy says, "Man, you guys really are not messing around." And the chief says, "Nope. What's your last request?" And the guy says, "Well, I'll have a fork." And the chief looks at him like inquisitively, and he says, "Well, what's a fork?" He says, "Well, it's a kind of a trident-looking thing, and we use it to stab our food to eat, so we don't have to get our hands dirty." He's like, "Why the hell would you do that?" And he's like, "That's just the way we are." And she says, "Well, we don't got nothing like that around here, but I tell you what I can do for you. I'll have my son, who's an expert wood carver, carve one for you if you can just, describe it to him." He said, "No problem." So the son comes up with a piece of wood, carves this thing out. He's carving. And finally he gets to something that looks like a fork. And the son hands it to the chief, and the chief unties the guy's hand, hands it to the guy, and the guy says, "Well, here's your fork, whatever the hell this is." And the guy says, "Well, thank you very much." And he just starts stabbing himself all over, in the eyes, in the head, everywhere imaginable. And the chief says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, what in the hell are you doing?" He's like, "You're not going to make no damn canoe out of me." I told that at Thanksgiving one time. My aunt lives we used to live down near Philadelphia, and it was like cricket, cricket, cricket. Oh my God. So the second joke, hopefully to redeem myself here, and hopefully not to get kicked off Facebook, because there is kind of one little word in there, is the tale of Little Johnny. Little Johnny gets himself into trouble all the time. So Little Johnny lives in the backwoods, and he's an adventurous type, and he likes to go do things and have fun, kind of like the Hardy Boys getting out there, Tom Sawyer type. Let's go have some fun. And he's walking down the road one day, and he passes this old man's house, and he's dragging along with him a piece of chicken wire, this little Johnny. And the old boy on the porch says, "Hey, what you got that chicken wire for, boy?" And he says, "Well, I'm gonna catch me some chickens." And the old boy says, "Johnny, you ain't gonna catch them dang chickens with the chicken wire." And the little boy says, "Yeah, I am. Come on, come along with me. We'll go catch chickens together." "Johnny, you're not gonna catch nothing. Just get." So the old boy goes back, lights his pipe, goes back to chooching, rocking. A little while, little Johnny comes back. Here he comes. He's dragging that same piece of chicken wire. About every third hole, there's a dang chicken head sticking out of there. He's dragging them chickens back. And he said, "See, I told you I was going to catch them damn chickens." And the old boy says, "Well, I guess you're right. I guess that's beginner's luck." So, next day, little Johnny's walking down again, and he's got this big roll of duct tape in his hand. I mean, this son of a gun is, one of the real big ones. And he passed the old man's house again. He says, the old man says, "What are you going to dare, Johnny? What are you going to try and catch today?" He says, "Well, I got this here duct tape. I'm going to catch me some ducks." And he says, "Oh, man, Johnny, you ain't going to catch no ducks. You was lucky yesterday with the chickens. You definitely are not going to catch no damn ducks with no damn duct tape. No way." "Yes, I am. I'm going to catch me some ducks, and you're welcome to come along with me and help." And the old man says, I ain't coming along. I'm just going to sit here. Just get." Well, sure enough, a little while later, little Johnny's coming back. And he's dragging about 50 foot of that dang duct tape. And about every 2 or 3 feet, there's a duck with the duct tape wrapped around its head. Neck, rather. And third day. Oh, here comes my assistant. Maybe. Third day, little Johnny comes on strolling down the road. And the old man says, "Hey, what you got there, Johnny?" And he says, "I got me a whole bushel of pussy willows." And the old man says, "Let me stop you right there. Let me go get my hat." So those are my 2 jokes. And I thought maybe I'd indulge myself in a shout out or 2 while we're at it. And who I got on the list here? Real McCoy Piper, Todd. Hope all is well with you and your daughter, Blind Faith. I want to say hello to Brother from Mother Ghost Cobb. I want to say hello to Bearded Bristol. I want to shout out Bernard B. a newbie. I really enjoy his stuff. What he's been doing so far. Carving Piper, another new guy gets started. These guys, you got to go check out their stuff. Very good so far. I want to say hi to Renzi in Venezuela. We're praying for you as always. Hope things are going well. And also, I want to say hello to the entirety of the clan. So that's Luke of the Cave, Mom of the House, Belle of the House, and William of the Crib. So especially Mom of the House, because she gave me one hell of a nice shout out the other day, and that was very kind. Or Sunday, I guess it was. What you doing, boy?
It's cold.
You cold? We'll go inside and put some clothes on. Well, you know, every day is a day that we may or may not wear clothing, my son. So today, unfortunately, for all of us here in Castle Butter, it's a day that there is no clothing. But there is one thing I want to say. I was watching a video of Luke's today, and he had his Star Wars pride going, and I can't let you be out there alone, brother. I just can't. I can't do it. But I am a little disappointed when you ignite that dang lightsaber and it turned on red, because you know what? I know they's good in you still. I know they is. That is a cool lightsaber, though. Anyways, when you're out there in the galaxy, having fun, chooching on your pipes, talking, having fun, dragging your pieces of chicken wire around and catching your ducks or whatever, and your chickens. Remember, always, if you find yourself in any situation that you can't help or fix, please, don't hurt them. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next time.